Hi, so I thought I'd be able to, I thought, hey, I can go into town today um, and pick up my new comic book haul. And yes, I could go into town today. Picking up my new comic book haul was a whole different story. Basically, I'm an idiot. I've said this before, I'm a numpty, and I forgot that it was Bank Holiday Monday on Monday, obviously, in the UK. So it means that the comics are going to be a day late, so they don't arrive until tomorrow, and I can't get down tomorrow. And I don't think I can actually get down this weekend, so I'll be getting most likely a double amount next week. But when you're in a comic shop, you've got to buy. I mean, it's the unwritten law. So I thought, right, I'll pick up a few things that I do need. So I picked up like the most recent manga titles that I need to get, and another book as well. So I'll show you what I got. So I did get four books because, like I said, you've got to buy when you go in a comic shop. It's law, comic geeks. So I'll show you what I got. So first up is the latest DC Compact comic, and that's Green Arrow Year One, and this is written by Andy Diggle, who started off his career. This is another useless fact, but it's just logged itself in my head as the editor of 2000 AD when they basically got taken over by Rebellion when they did the big relaunch about, what, 15, 16 years ago, something like that, if not a bit longer. So his career started as a comics editor, and then he basically wrote a few strips for 2000 AD. One of them, I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was illustrated by Jock. And that got the attention of some of the American market. And so he got some work in the States, in particular with DC, and he did a not very favorably received Daredevil run, Shadowlands, but I think that was more to do with the excessive crossovers and miniseries that tied into it. But one thing that he did do, what got quite a bit of acclaim, apart from Losers, which he also did with Jock, he seems to do his best work with Jock. So him and Jock did a series called Losers for Vertigo, but he also did Green Arrow Year One, which basically, as it says on the tin, it's basically the Year One origin story for Green Arrow, like you've had Batman Year One, etc. And this works really, really well in Compact because Jock's artwork, obviously, if you're aware of his work, it's very, very stylized, and he uses quite a bit of open space, and it doesn't lose anything in the shrinkage in size. So yeah, really happy to look through this. I will give a proper flick through on the when I do my DC Compact episode on it. So look for that in the next few days. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one now. Okay, so next up is Dogs Red, Book 5. So Dogs Red, as I've mentioned before, is created by the mangaka who did Golden Kamuy, which became a really popular anime as well as a really big selling um, manga. And this is his sports manga, which focuses on um, a small town ice hockey team where one of the players on it used to be like a professional figure skater. And so he comes with highfalutin ideas of how you should be as a skater. That quickly, literally gets pummeled out of him. This is fantastic. Two of the manga books I'm showing today are ones that I would recommend to somebody who would like to dip the toe into manga, but is a bit daunted to find and thinks that they might get lost. These, I'd say this, and the other one I'm going to show you, two of the most accessible manga that you can read from a Western perspective, especially if you're just used to reading American comics. Um, the art is brilliant. There's a lot of humor. It's just a great, great story. All the characters are fully realized. There's no bad character. There's a lot of characters in here, but you don't feel lost. And yeah, it's one of my favorite series, whether it's manga, British comics, or American comics. I just adore this series. So highly, highly recommend this. It's only been 5 volumes so far, so it's easy to jump into. And I think even if you're not a manga reader, you'll fall in love with the characters in this. And then we have book 8 of Hirayasumi. This is one of my all-time favorite manga, one of my all-time favorite any kind of comic strip of ever. I just adore this series. It's got the same kind of, gives me the same kind of warm feeling what I used to get from when I used to read Mason Cuckoo back in the when was this? Back in the early 2000s, I think it was. Um, Absolutely adore this. It's by uh, Kaigo Shinzo, who does the writing and the art. The art is really nice, got a very, very interesting style to it. It's just a warm hug of a story. It's a perfect slice of life. One of the main characters is a 30-year-old, for better terminology, a 30-year-old slacker who's happy doing as minimal as possible, and basically just how he's content with life. And then his cousin has moved in with him, and she's an art student, and she's basically getting her feet in the door of different manga publishers. And then there's audience play between them and the friends, and it's just wonderful. I absolutely adore this series, and again, highly, highly recommend it, even if you don't normally read manga. Wonderful, fantastic series. And we move on to the final book. So this one I didn't realize was coming out, and it's by the creator of One Punch Man, which, unless you've been living under a rock and you've never had any familiarity with manga or anime, then you'll know who One Punch Man is. The bald-headed superhero who is quite depressed because nobody can beat him, and he just wants someone to have a challenging fight with. But this is called Bug Ego. The creator is one who's written the story. He's the one who created One Punch Man, and artist by Kyoto Shitara. And it says, Hitsujuya's life is forever changed when his high school friend Kakudu reveals the secret of hacks. By following specific instructions found in a mysterious notebook, he can alter reality itself. Kakudu and Hitsuya experiment with the hacks and learn more about their strange nature. It's all fun and games at first, but when Kakudu uses a hack to go back in time, things take a dark turn. Itsujiya attempts to do the same thing, but if a hack's directions aren't followed precisely, the results can be devastating. This one, I don't know if I'd recommend somebody new to manga. The art is good, but it's crazy. There's nudity. There's weird things going on. It's just odd. They don't believe in doing this. Artist doesn't believe in doing good-looking people. Everything is bizarre. If you've ever watched a film or read the book, John dies at the end. It's got that same kind of weird, bonkers kind of sci-fi mixed with a bit of horror going on, which is right in my wheelhouse. I love anything like that. So yeah, can't wait to read this. But as I said, it looks absolutely crazy. So I will be giving a review of this once I've got around to reading it. I definitely will need to be in the right headspace for it. But yeah, it looks bizarre. It looks crazy. The art looks crazy. The storyline looks crazy. And yeah, can't wait. So there we go. That's it. What I will say, what's good about the shops I go to? So I get my manga from one comic shop. I don't get it from where I get my comics from. I get it from Travelling Man because they do 3 for 2 on all manga. And they seem to get the stock, this is have a better stock and just get new titles in before others do. So I always go for them. So I highly recommend them. They do have a good online store as well. But from the Green Arrow, which again I will sing the praises of my local shop where I get my comics from. So I was paying for that. It's £8.99. I thought, oh, that's fine. They knocks 15% off. Normally they don't do that on graphic novels. They do 3 for 2 on graphic novels, but not normally on single graphic novels. But the guys haven't said, yeah, apparently because you subscribe of Pull List, we're now doing it for graphic novels for you as well. So this cost me about £7. Yeah, £7.64. So happy about that. So yeah, small little pile. Like I said, because I'm not sure if I'll be going in this week to pick up my comics. I think I'm out this Saturday with a friend, so I don't know if I'll do it on Sunday. I don't really like shopping on a Sunday because you always feel like the spectre of work hanging over you. But we'll see. And I've got loads to read at the moment. But yes, so that's it. So I got Green Arrow U1, Dog Shred 5, Hiroshumi 8, and then brand new book, Bug Ego #1. I do like that cover, I must admit. Okay, bye, bye.